Baby, what's the matter? You're worried about me leaving you, aren't you? I thought so. How many times do I have to tell you that there's no other man that makes me feel the way you do? My love is true, and I'll always be here for you. Until the day I die, I love you, boy, that's why I'll be here for you, being more than a friend. Until the end, I'll be here. Need someone to love, yeah. When you need someone to hold, until the day I die. I love you, boy, that's why I'll be here for you, being more than a friend. Until the end, they'll be
There's no doors. on the stalls. How's this even open? That's unbelievable. Yeah, this mall is huge. Hi everybody, welcome to Cincinnati, Ohio. Welcome to the Forest Fair Village Mall, otherwise known as Cincinnati Mills, otherwise known as Cincinnati Mall, otherwise known as Forest Fair Mall. Yes, this mall has gone through a plethora of name changes. Wow, that's pretty bad. I know this was a heavily requested mall for us to visit, and I only apologize that it took us as long as it did to finally make it out here and give you guys a video. Even though if you paid attention to the driving portion of the video that we were here in May of 2020, we were also here several more times throughout the year, including in September, October, and just most recently about a month ago. And I can tell you, I mean, there's been absolutely no change to this place whatsoever, other than the fact that news broke out that Kohl's would be leaving this place in 2021. Yeah, whatever that is, looks like it's still in business, somehow. With a backlog of videos that we've had from 2020, as well as other explorations and other videos that we put together throughout the course of the year and the holidays, this got put on the back burner, as did a few videos from the summertime of 2020. So I'm sorry that this video is only going up now. But a lot of the shots that you're seeing are from May and October of our visits here, and again, there was no change. It's literally so dark down here. I can't wait to go downstairs and see how much darker it is down there. You hear that when you're walking too. Things are just creaking and cracking. Also, something I'm going to do a little bit different in this video, I'm going to be talking in increments here instead of all at once, so you guys can hear the natural sounds of this mall. I mean, it's so dead. I mean, you could hear a pin drop just from walking down these corridors. You hear the floor cracking and the walls cracking, and it's creepy, but interesting. It's a unique experience, and I mean, for a dead mall, it doesn't get any better than this, because for all intent purposes, this mall shouldn't even be open. There's absolutely nothing open inside the mall except an arcade and a kids' play place, and you have Kohl's and you have Bass Pro Shops, which are only open on the outside of the mall. Literally, to my understanding, none of these are here anymore except like Kohl's and Bass Pro Shops. I could go on into the history about this mall, but I'm sure by now, if you're watching this, you're already very familiar with Forest Fair Village. I mean, there are dozens upon dozens upon dozens of videos on this mall all over YouTube, made by several different creators. And I mean, there are so many that have gone and done detailed history and documentation and explorations of this place that I could name several, but to give you guys a few ideas that gave pretty good info about this place and some pretty in-depth explorations in no particular order, we're talking about creators such as The Proper People, which did more of like an abandoned video. You got Ace's Adventures, with the help of Jack Thomas, actually put together a very well documented video, as did Sal. And then you have people like Dark Exploration Films, Unicorn Productions, Tilted Tripod Media, Doomy Grunt, and Richard Wolf, just to name a few. And that's not including all of the YouTube creators out there. I mean, there are so many that
Those are
if you
cool, though.
really want to get into the history of it,
But weird,
just look
yeah.
up Forest Fair Village on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's every neighborhood in these malls were like that.
By watching other creators' videos on this mall, you're helping support the whole YouTube community and everything that we do to put these videos together for you guys. So, to do something different, I thought I would just go walk around this place and just show you what we saw with our eyes. One common trend I've noticed on YouTube is that people oftentimes get troubled by security at this mall. While there is active security at the mall, when I was here, I had zero problems putting the video together around this place. You just have to be aware of your surroundings. And I mean, on the particular visits that we made, it wasn't that difficult as the security guards were riding the Segway around, so you could hear them coming long before they were on top of you. So if you go to document this place, just be discreet about it and be very respectful, please, because they don't want you to do this. But we're just putting this together to save the history of this place, because this is really a unique work of art. And I mean, you're looking at the second biggest shopping mall in all of Ohio behind the Randall Park Mall, which is now long gone and demolished.
It's so quiet in here.
I think one of the biggest reasons why this mall failed too is because the Cincinnati area is overmalled. I mean, this mall alone, being in the towns of Forest Park and Fairfield, Ohio, isn't all that far from another mall which is also struggling. And I mean, for this mall, the thing about this place was this involved a lot of retailers and stores and higher end stores that not a whole lot of people were familiar with. And I think that's what kind of drove people away. They wanted to go to malls where there were more retailers and tenants that people were familiar with. A lot of places that were high end like that doesn't necessarily grab the attention of the middle class, I guess you could say.
There's the lovely Miss Kayla.
That's probably one of the biggest reasons why this mall failed. Now, granted, most Mills malls all failed, but the only plus I could take away from their malls are the aesthetics that they put into them. I feel like these malls were very ahead of their time, like Pittsburgh Mills, for example, and St. Louis Mills, which still hold their respective characteristics and aesthetics as well. This mall was doomed right from the start to begin with. When it opened up in 1988 and 89, it opened in two phases. The developer, L.J. Hooker, built this place and filed for bankruptcy less than a year after its opening because of expansion in the United States. I guess you could say he got in over his head, really, and just did too much with what little he had. So this mall never really took off. It tried to, and it had some good years, but this place was doomed basically from its start. And as you can see it now, there's really, again, as I mentioned, no point to this place being open. However, what I've heard from security, when I've talked to the security guards here, the owner wants to keep the mall open. That's just what his wishes are. I don't know why, but that's what his wishes are. And we have to respect that. Now, even though they don't want people filming and putting videos and photos together of this place, I feel it's necessary because this is such a unique place and such a unique experience that for people that can't visit this mall, this gives you an idea of what this place looks like and the massive size that this is at over
This mall's
1,500,000 square feet. Again, as I mentioned, it's the second largest mall in Ohio. Well, now largest. Well, or at the time of construction anyway. So as for the name changes, it's because of how many times this mall got sold that the names had changed over the years. It originally started as Forest Fair Mall, then it became Cincinnati Mills when the Mills Corporation bought it out in the early 2000s. And then when they sold their portfolio to Simon, the mall was sold before that, and the Mills name could not be transitioned, so it got renamed Cincinnati Mall, which personally to me is my favorite logo for this place, other than my favorite name being Cincinnati Mills. I'm a big fan of Mills malls. I think the Cincinnati Mall name is my favorite, especially with the stars and the logo. But after it got sold yet again, it was renamed Forest Fair Village, which is what it currently stands. But as you can see all around, any signage all says Cincinnati Mall, with the exception of the Mills Mall name in the one staircase going out to the parking garage.
The fact that this place failed so horribly, I'll tell you, it really doesn't help that this place is over-mauled. Look, Payless, another Payless. Wilson's Leather. I'm not gonna lie, that guy, mannequin, standing in the corner really creeped me out when I looked through this gate. All alone in a barren store.
I won't ramble too much longer here, but before I go, I wanted to say thank you all for watching this video. And again, if you want to get into the history about this place, more detailed history, check out videos by Sal, Ace's Adventures, and every other YouTube creator out there that has put a video together on this place. I know I'm missing plenty of names, but that's just how many people have covered this mall. I just wanted to finally put a video together and walk around this place and show you what we guys saw, and I'll just tell you, it's one of my favorite malls. It's probably actually my favorite mall to visit. Even though there's nothing there, I could spend a whole day just walking laps around this place, which several people do. I mean, we came across a few mall walkers on our trips, and obviously it's a safe environment from the pandemic because there's nobody there except for maybe 5 people at any given time. Cool. Just, if you need to use the restroom, may I suggest you go somewhere else before here, because as you saw in the opening scenes walking in the mall, that the bathrooms are horrendous. I mean, I can't even believe they're allowed to be open. I don't know how the health department doesn't say anything about it. So, but anyway, I do have some drone footage from this mall, which I will be sharing with you guys in a future video here, about a week's time from the release of this one.
Right next door.
So stay tuned for that. It was really unique, and it really gives you an idea of just how large this place is with a bird's eye view. So, and if you are in Cincinnati, come here, check this mall out, be respectful, support the arcade, and if you can, the other businesses as well, even though Kohl's is leaving. Support the arcade because the people that run that are so cool and so friendly, and I really love the games that they have inside of there. In this shot, you're looking at an open store. I mean, it was a closed store, but the gate was open, and I was able to walk right inside briefly. So enjoy that, and I'll talk to you here in just a moment.
It's all the Christmas stuff. More seats. I don't think they're showing anything anymore. Oh, yeah. Dope.
Thanks again for watching the video, everybody. I really appreciate the support. Thanks to our Patreon supporters for making places like this possible for us to visit. We have a lot of high hopes for 2021 and places that we'll get to go and check out for you guys. And as I had mentioned, support the YouTube community. Check out the other videos on this place if you want a detailed history or documentation of this. There are a lot of videos that are well produced and well made, better than mine, and I think you guys will enjoy them. But anyway, stay tuned for the drone footage that I'll have coming up from here, and enjoy our backlog of videos that we'll have from 2020 in the next few weeks here. And with that said, everybody, take care, stay awesome, and on Kayla's behalf, have a Kmart-licious day. And we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.